You ever feel like you're doing everything right in your print-on-demand business, but still getting zero traction? You're uploading designs, following trends, even tweaking your keywords, but it's like you're designing for a ghost town. What if the real problem isn't you? It's the niche. I'm giving you 5 low competition, high potential print-on-demand niches that have already been researched so you don't have to. These are overlooked markets that people are buying in and hardly anyone's selling. Whether you're on Amazon, Etsy, Redbubble, or selling on your own website, these are the kind of niches that help you stand out, get seen, and finally make consistent sales. And before we dive in, make sure you smash that like button. You already know the popular niches: inspirational quotes, pet lovers, and sarcastic humor. And so does everyone else. That's the problem. These spaces are overwhelmed. And unless you get lucky or go viral, it's easy to get buried. Sound familiar? You post your designs, maybe tweak the titles or add better tags, but nothing changes. No views, no sales, no traction. Here's the truth. It's not that your designs are bad. It's that your niche is too loud. You're fighting for attention in a room full of people screaming the same message. Now imagine this instead. You walk into a quieter room where only a few sellers are showing up, but buyers are still there searching. That's what a low competition niche feels like. Less noise, more visibility, better odds. Let's get into the first niche. All right, we have this Deadlifting Capybara shirt right here. You can see we've been covering the Capybara niche for the last few weeks, okay? Something like this is trending. It's popular online right now, and that's why we're covering it, okay? Something like this, when you see something that's like popping off, you want to try to just mix it up in different niches, okay? This can be a capybara eating sushi. It can be eating pizza, deadlifting. Think of different activities, hiking, backpacking, any of that right there, okay? When you see like this and you see a character or animal like this popping off, you want to mix it up and try to catch one of those top selling designs inside of those sub niches, okay? So activities, hobbies, anything like that you can mix it up with, do so. Capybara just deadlifting, picking up some weights, right? $17.95. We come down right here. We look at the all-time sales. You're going to see it's made its first sale at the end of last year and in December 12th, first sale, but look at consistently making sales. So when we see something like this as a print-on-demand seller, this is what we're looking for. This is a perfect example of something that's trending and going into 2025 and consistently making sales. So most likely in Q4, this one right here is going to be one of those consistent sellers. But looking at it right now, it is a consistent seller, right? We come over here, Deadlift Capybara Funny Fitness t-shirt. We have a result of 114, okay? Then if you look over here, you're going to see, look at the BSRs. And if you're unaware of what a BSR is right here, so Amazon gives us a sales rank right here. So when this is like when it drops down, it keeps moving up and down. This means it's making sales and there's demand in this niche. And this is what we're looking for as a print-on-demand seller, right? And then we come over here, look at the different ideas. And this is a good one too. Look at Capybara playing a video game. And you can see exactly what I'm talking about when I explain that, like the information about something that's popular and trending. If you jump ahead of this and you get something like this, you can possibly create a top selling design that makes a lot of sales. 97K BSR is crazy. The one that we looked at is 564. It's probably doing 2 to 4 sales a week. And then depending on certain holidays, it probably sells even more. But something like this is probably like doing 2 to 3 sales a day, okay? And this one design can make all the difference with your account and give you an understanding of what's selling. Next one, the best view comes after the hardest climb. Now you can see it's hard to read this, right? For me personally, when I'm looking at this, it's hard to read. Now it's like that's hiking to the top of the mountain. That's what makes sense with this. It's a design, there's some graphics and stuff in there, some footprints. So when you're thinking about something like this, you're thinking of climbing, people hiking, anything like that. It's more of an achievement, motivation, stuff like that. It's anything relating with hiking and motivation or feeling accomplished. This will be like something like that. We can create like a phrase or anything around that. It would be a really good idea. So we come down here, look at the all-time sales. You're going to see that it's made its first sale in February 2025. But look, okay, so sorry, February 3rd, 2025, right? This year, but look, it's consistently selling. Okay, so something like this, when you find something like this, is a good sign because it's within, as of last month, it's been making sales. Now we come over here, the best view comes after the hardest climb. We have a result of 924. And if we come down here, you can see the BSRs. The one that we looked at is a 648 right now. To look at the other ones. Dancolato. I think I said that. Cute Ballerina Axolotl. Okay, similar to this one. Okay, the Capybara and the Axolotl are very like popular animals, creatures. Okay. Same thing with this one. When I caught this one, I think it was like in 2023. Okay. When we're doing research. So that's how long I've been doing research. This design, the Axolotl, we knew that it was like was popping off and it was coming up a very popular creature. And the same thing, the same concept works with this one. Now, literally, we just went over this, right? So Capybara and Ballerina, that would be a good idea. Okay. So like you see how we did the research and getting different ideas. Okay. Now mixing those two, right? It seems to be working because if it worked for this one, or the Axolotl and Ballerina, most likely it's going to work for that one. Look at the Axolotl dressed up with some text over the top. It's Ballerina. You can see that, right? Come down over here. All-time sales. You're going to see it's made its first sale. That's 6 days ago. Okay, see that? 6 days ago. This is a good one. And it's made a few sales. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, within 6 days, it's made 5 sales. That's a really good sign. So that means that this is a consistent selling design or niche, and something like this you want to get ahead of. We come over here, cute Ballerina Axolotl t-shirt. We have a result of 221. Now, look at the different designs. Pretty cool. Look at Axolotl Queen. Okay, Dan Calato. So I'm looking, Dance Calato, dance. That's what it's trying to, I think that's what it's trying to say. Interesting. But so 604 is one that we just looked at, and they have another one 440K, and then the Axolotl Queen, you can see that one too as well. But this is a really good idea. Next one is Alien Samurai. We went over the Bigfoot one about a few weeks ago. This one right here is anything like this is like that Japanese vintage. It's a good idea. Really cool, especially for like anime lovers, stuff like that. I can see this working really good, or just vintage Japanese people that love anything related to this. This would be a really good idea. And you can mix it up. So already mix it up with the Bigfoot. We already found that. And now we're having like alien. So like in UFO, you can see the UFO in the background, which is pretty cool. So this can, something like this can be really easy to be created inside of like ideogram AI. And then you come down 5.0 out of 5, 16.99. And let's come down to see the demand in this freaking bad boy. December. Okay, so in December, look at that. Crushed it last year, end of the year again. But look at cranking. Okay, so this is another one. This is a good one too as well. So we're finding some good stuff right here with this research that we've been doing over the last few years. And look at this. This is cranking. Can we come over here? Alien Samurai UFO graphic. Yukito art. I'm pretty sure that might be the type of art. I'm assuming we have a result of 745. Now, if we come down, here's that the Bigfoot one right there. You can see there's like another image of a alien here, Bigfoot here, and they're like changing up the background of the Bigfoot. You see that? And it's still doing good. Interesting. Look at panda. Dope. So there's some different ideas. Got a cat right over here. All right. Pretty cool. So this is a really good idea. I love it. It's pretty cool. Next one is bunny face with glasses. Now I went over this right here, creating an AI image design, and the whole concept and the idea of this niche right here seems to be trending right now, especially with going into April for Easter. Okay, this is a really good idea. Now you're seeing like a bunny, sunglasses, hat backwards at the ears. So more of a, you got to think of like kids, and you're thinking more of that cool vibe, right? It's a cool Easter bunny, right? You got the glasses, got the cap on backwards. That's a cool vibe. So you can see 100+ bought in the past month, $15.95. And if we come down, we look at the all-time sales. It's made its first sale this month of March 11th. Okay, and then now this bad boy is just trending downwards. 55K BSR as of right now. Okay, and this person seems to be doing the price low, and then they're pricing it up as it starts to make more and more sales. Okay, so you see that right there. Pretty cool. And then come over here. We look at bunny face with sunglasses, cap t-shirt. We have a result. It's up there a bit, over 1,000, but this is something that you want to keep in mind when you're looking at this. You're seeing that there is a demand. It's at 52K. You can see the other one, 330, 462K. Come down. Let's look a little bit more. Let's dig into this a little bit more. This niche seems to be trending, okay, with that face and that bunny. So keep that in mind. When you see something like that, that means that there's a demand. And obviously, if you can get a piece of the pie, especially when we're getting closer and closer to Easter, you creating a design, something like that, and then it goes in and it's trending and it starts to populate. And this is one of the bunnies that we found the other day, and it starts to populate and get more sales and more traction. Literally, you can rank into a niche like this if you do it correctly, okay? And it can be literally just switching the color. Maybe instead of Having this sweater right here, you want to have an unzipped sweater like I created in Ideogram AI video, where you can have this sweater unzipped and maybe a red color or a blue color, and switching the color and then creating that same animal or same character and switching it up with different colors, red sunglasses, something like that can make all the difference in literally just making that little bit of a detail change. And then next thing you know, you have a top selling design. So just keep that in mind when we're looking over this, and I'm sharing this with you. This good information. The goal is to find low competition niches, but at the same time, you want to find out where the sales are too. Okay. If you're chasing trends, you have an understanding and an idea of what is happening in a niche. And then once you do your research and you create a really cool design, you can rank into these higher niches, right? So don't be scared if there's a lot of competition. Okay. It's very important that you understand that, because most of the time, if there's competition, there's a lot of sales. Okay. So it's a balance right there, right? So keep that in mind. So there you have it. 5 low competition niche ideas that you can start designing for right now. Which one are you the most excited for? Drop a comment down below. And if you want more low competition niche research, watch this video right here next. Thank you very much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Peace out.